You're a horrible racist and a terrible person. There's, cruise ships, especially Carnival. They're not even a consideration anymore in my book. I used to go on a lot of cruises with friends and family. I would take my girlfriend at the time and go with my mom and Sal, Uncle Tony, Aunt Fran, Bob and Yvonne, and the kids and and we would have an entire deck. That was the family, and it was so much fun. Drinking and going to the casino. One of these ships had a fucking bowling alley on it. I don't know how you do that with the ship kind of heaving. Put some English on that thing. And they even had a pool table that was on a platform that compensated for the way the boat was moving. So when you take a shot, you stand up on the platform, the table's on the platform, and the whole thing is moving like that. And then on a plane, if it's like this, they go like, don't get up to go to the bathroom. Keep your seatbelts fastened. The flight attendants can't be bringing the service car through. We're having some rough air. They don't say turbulence anymore. We're experiencing some rough air. Bing, bing. And then you sit there with your belt on, and it's like this. Meanwhile, you go on a cruise. The thing's pitching and fucking all its axis are pitching and rolling and yawing and what do they say? Yeah, grab a bowling ball, throw that thing down the fucking alley. Grab some pool cues and fucking drink some more. Walk around. It is a little weird in that respect. But it was so much fun. And then COVID happened, and the cruise industry went right down the shitter, having to spend a year with all their ships in port. No money coming in. Those ships are very expensive. They got to pay the bills, then the mortgage on those things, and no money was coming in. I'm sure insurance probably handles some of it, but they needed to get people back. People were very, very afraid to get back on cruises after COVID because they thought they'd get a little mini epidemic right there on the boat. So the cruise industry was fucking hurting. And they did what industries have to do in that case. Lower the prices. Let's lower all the prices and we'll get a fuckload of people to come in and we'll be right back where we were pre-COVID. Well, you must also take into consideration with the lower prices, who is going to be your clientele? The upper class, nice people like the Cumias? Or the pieces of shit, disgusting thugs, white trash, fucking fatties, all the usual suspects of when you go somewhere and it's just a terrible time. They'll all be there now on the cruise while you're trying to relax. So they fucked that up. Not that they were kind of a victim of circumstance with COVID. And I think they thought they were doing the right thing by lowering the prices. But, maybe someone was in one of those board meetings at Carnival or, Carnival is always kind of known as a ghetto ship. But even Royal Caribbean and stuff, they probably sat there and go, lower the prices. One guy's like, I don't like that idea. Why, Bob? Sit and tell us. Well, and then he lays it all out and they go, first of all, you're a horrible racist and a terrible person. But we have to do this. And they did. Surprisingly enough, this is on Carnival, but this is not a black woman. This is a piece of shit that is doing something so utterly and completely disgusting in public on a ship where people eat, where my children come to play with their toys. And watch. It's fucking disgusting. So I apologize. She's got some kind of fungus going on her foot. A crusty fungus. Can you believe this? Why isn't someone walking up to her and going, what in the fuck do you think you're doing? Now look, watch this. Pick up your chicken. There you go, with the same fuck hand. Grab a piece that other people are eating out of and put it in your mouth. Here's part 2. She's now using the silverware. She's scraping our fucking disgusting fungus foot with a fork. This is a luxury cruise, ladies and gentlemen. I would run over, grab the fork, and stick it right in her neck. Maybe a different fork. Holy shit. That's got to be one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, like, in that context. You know, you get subway train, a guy taking a shit on the floor. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. But in that setting, I mean, I have to assume she paid for that cruise. And she's not homeless or that. And there she is, just thinking she could pull her rotting foot out and start picking and scratching at it, and then just grabs her food and starts eating it. There's your cruise clientele, people. That's your clientele. That's what lowering the prices got you. Right out of the trailer, right into one of your fucking ships. Bang up job. Bang up job right there. Holy mother of God, was that disgusting. Ugh. Whew.